Now you should be able to see my screen. So let me sign in now. Alright, so this is my account. You know how to make a new project, right? So if you want to make a new, you can click here, or else I'll be using this one, right? Okay, so let's recap what we studied in the last session. Okay, so Pritika ma'am must have taught you. All right. Yeah, if you have a doubt, you can text here. Okay, you can ask me any doubt. Dhananjay, if you have a doubt, tell me. So all right, so you must have used this Arduino right here, and you must have connected one LED. So you know how to connect LED, right? Anode to G13, so it must be red, and cathode to ground, black. So I'm not printing resistor as of now. We will see about that also later. In the code, you must have used this programming, right? So this is a default code. So this is a default code, right? So anyways, we are going to talk about this. I think ma'am must have told you about this normal code, right? It's a simple code. Anyways, and after this programming, what we do, we start the simulation, and something like this you must have done on and off, right? Okay. So let's move on. Now we see there is a message coming up. So we will talk about this. And before moving on to making any new project, okay, this is a very introductory project, right? This one. We just getting familiar with the Arduino. But moving on with making a new project, what we want to do is we have to study about this electrical or electronics components, right? So resistor, buttons, the wiper, or what we call it, this capacitor, right? So we have to talk about them. We have to know how they work, why we use them, and how to connect them, right? So in the coming up sessions, we will have more clarity at why we are using some particular components. Okay, someone is asking, I do not have a laptop. Okay, like for this few weeks, we are going to do a very small project. So you can use mobile phones, but later on you will need a laptop or a desktop computer. So if you want to work on this, you have to use a laptop. That is important. Okay. On mobile you cannot do programming. Okay. जब तक हम programming नहीं कर रहे तब तक के you can do on your phones if you want. But as soon as the programming gets introduced, you cannot type programming on your mobile phone, right? So you will have to use a laptop. See, this is my personal project. Okay, you have to make your own. If I copy this and send it to you, it won't work. Okay, you have to go on this website. I think they must have told you. So see, on this link, go sign up, and then okay, everybody must have got this message. Okay, so go to this link. Okay, this is very basic. If you don't know, please do it. Okay, ये तो ऐसी बात हो जाएगी कि आप स्कूल में आए हो और you brought your book, right? So it's your kind of book. It's very important. सारे काम इसी पे करने वाले. Okay, those who have done, help your friends. Okay, if they have some kind of doubt, they can contact you, right? Anytime. Okay. And someone is asking how many types of Arduino are there. There are many types of Arduino. If I can name you few, this is Arduino Uno. Then there is Arduino Nano. There is Arduino Lilypad. There is Arduino Mega. There is Arduino Duolingo. So there are like more than 50 to 70 variants, I think, available. You can go to their website and check it out. So anyways, today what we are going to study, we are going to see more about the electronics, right? So see, in the world of energy means power. What kind of power we are using, what kind of energy we are using, right? So we are using mostly electrical energy, right? In our question, I am there. You can give share screen option. No, that is not needed right now. Okay. So what I was talking is which kind of power we use in daily life. It is electrical power, right? Electrical energy. In your home, you are using your phone, laptop. What is on which energy is running? It's running on electrical energy, right? So inside this electrical world, there are two main things we always hear about. One is electronics and one is electrical, right? So what is electronics and what is electrical? So when you grow up, when you like pass your 12th standard and you have option to do engineering and stuff. So if you want to do engineering in electrical field, so there will be mostly two options you will get. One is electronics engineering and electrical engineering. So what is the basic difference between these two fields? So basically electrical means that this subject will contain high power application. High power application, what is the meaning of high power application? That means 100 volts, above 100 volts, 220 volts, 440 volts, right? 11,000 volts, 33,000 volts. This, so above 100 voltage application, the study of this high power is done under the hood of electrical engineering, right? अगर मैं इसका example दूँ, so you know, in your area there is a powerhouse, there is a power plant from where from generator we generate the electrical energy. So this kind of systems and transformer, the motors, big motors, not the small motors we have in your house, the big motors, okay, which are used in pumping stations, and you see the poles in front of your houses carrying electrical wires. So these all big technologies come into the electrical engineering. Now what is electronics? So now electronics is related to the study of small voltages. What is the meaning of small voltage? That means below 100 to be 100, but below 100. It's much more 3.3 volts, 9 volts, just like our mobile phone or laptop. Our mobile phone works on 5 volt, 9 volt. Okay. Your washing machine, your microwave, they work on very small amount of electrical energy. Actually, we use power from our socket, but it gets converted into a small amount of voltage, and that is being used in your washing machine or your mobile phone. So now this electronics contains this kind of small components. Okay, so this is a capacitor. These are the LEDs. You must have already used this, right? Then this is the resistor, and this is some IC. So we should talk about this electronics components before making any project. This is very important. Okay, अगर मैं आपको लेमैन की भाषा में बताऊं एकदम सिंपल तरीके से कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और इलेक्ट्रिकल में क्या डिफरेंस होता है. सो जो भी काम हम लो वोल्टेज पर करते हैं, 5 वोल्ट, 3.3 वोल्ट, 9 वोल्ट, 12 वोल्ट, ये सब एप्लीकेशन जो आते हैं वो आते हैं electronics के अंदर. Then electrical means high voltage application above 100 volt, 100 volt, 440 volt, 230 volt, like this, right? So I hope you got a understanding of what is electronics and electrical. देखो electrical devices are very different. Okay, so there is different study for electrical devices. If I just like to tell you that there will be uh, rectifiers, inductors. Okay, when we want to do power conversion. Okay, I think for you guys it's absolute to talk about. Anyway, we are focusing on electronic devices, right? So electronics. अब हमारा Arduino जो board है, you must have seen Arduino, right? Even in the ThinkerCAD. Okay, so if you see this board, this is actually a very clean board, right? Now you can see there are few components they have shown. What are the few components like this? This is some IC, this is some, like I can tell you, this is a 5 volt regulator, this is 3.3 volt regulator. Okay, these are some regulator ICs. This is a clock, right? This is a push button. This is a push button which is also available for us to use externally. Okay, this and this are looking same, right? So these are all are small electronic component. Even this LED, there are 4 LEDs we are talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4. All are small, are of them right now. All right. So the first thing comes is resistors. Okay. So this is how they look in real life. Okay. Their size are almost same, and they have two terminals, right? And the difference between them is like they have different color strips, right? So we will talk about these strips. So basically this strips tells what is the value of this resistor. Okay, what is the value of resistor? Now if you like, do you know the measurement system, right? If somebody asks you what is your weight, तो आप उसे क्या बताओगे? मेरा weight 50 है. Then if you say मेरा weight 50 है, then he will ask what? 50 in what? Pounds, kg. So you will say my weight is 50 kgs. Okay, when you tell the kg, then the person will come to understand that your weight is 50 kilograms, right? अगर आप अपना weight 50 centimeter बताओगे, so it doesn't make any sense because centimeter is a what denoted, it's denoting the length, right? So it's a unit of length. Water को भी liters में, oil को भी liters में measure, and right? And distance, how we calculate the distance? We tell the distance by centimeters, meters, kilometers, and weight in pounds and kgs. In the same way, resistor can be denoted as ohms. Okay, so let me type in here because I think you never have heard about the ohm. Okay, it is called as ohms. Okay, so if I want to tell you that resistor is how many ohms, it will be kind of, I can type it like this: 100 ohms or 2 ohms or 50 ohms. Okay, you got it. So these are the value of resistor. This is how we tell the value of resistor. All right. So let me show you here also. So actually, the ohm word is coming from this man. Okay, so you can see there is some words are written here. What is the headline here? Ohm's law. So he was a scientist who come up with the term resistance. Okay, ये एक साइंटिस्ट थे जो एक टर्म के साथ उन्होंने इंट्रोड्यूस कराया, ये था रेजिस्टर. ओके, नाउ because he invented or he discovered the resistor property of a conductor, that is why its extension is given as ohms. Okay, I think you got it in the figure. So to their name, honor the name of, use their name as the extensions, okay, as units. So resistor के term में क्या होगा? Ohm's law. If I talk about the voltage, so Voltage we hear everywhere, but voltage is actually a name of person. Okay, his name was Volta. So from Volta it became voltage. Now we always hear current. Okay, so current, the person who discovered the current, electrical current, his name was Ampere. So that is why whenever we calculate current, it is told in ampere. Okay, anyway, I will talk about that. Okay, so we do this Ohm's law as of now because you are in school. Actually, this is taught in engineering classes, right? So just one thing you have to know about this is that he was a scientist and he came up, he discovered the resistance. Okay, that's it. And the second thing you should know is the formula. Okay, V equals to IR. V means voltage. Okay, V means voltage. You can see I means current. Okay, so if you multiply voltage and resistance, what you will get? If you multiply this two, what you will get? You will get voltage. Sorry, if you multiply resistance and current, you will get voltage. Okay, so you can also remember it as a triangle VRI. Okay, as a triangle you can calculate VRI. So V equals to IR. Okay, then R equals to V by I. Okay, but what I usually do is I just remember it like this: V equals to I. It's very simple. Okay, so V equals to IR. I means current, R means resistance. Okay, so now we have like seen what is V and I. Like we have to talk about this. What is V and I, right? हमें बस इतना ही पता है कि voltage नाम की चीज होती है और current नाम की चीज होती है. So today I will try to tell you, okay, try to clear your doubts about what is voltage and current. All right. So like we have just talked about the resistance. हमने इतनी बात की है कि ये दिखते ऐसे है, right? And they have color coding from which we can tell the what we can tell that what is the value of this resistance. Okay. So this is the illustration. Now what is the work of resistance? Okay, so actually resistance help us to reduce the flow of current. Okay, simple, it's very simple. Resistance reduces the flow of current, that's it. Okay, suppose karo this is the input side, so I am getting 100 ampere. Okay, ampere current. Okay, on this side. Now but I need only 10 ampere here, so what I will do, I will connect a resistor. Okay, now on this side, what I'm getting, 10 ampere. Okay, so this is the output you are getting. See here the thickness is very much high, so this is the thickness of current. You can see the quantity of current is very high, and when it passes through the resistor, what's happening after passing through it, you are getting this quantity. So what is this quantity? This is less quantity. Okay, I'm not saying it is exactly 10 ampere. So value of this will depend on what? The value of resistor, right? So this is the basic working of this. Okay, if I want to show you guys on the thinker guide, we can also see there. Okay, so let's see about the color coding also. Okay, again you don't really have to remember all these numbers. It's just for your understanding that what is the meaning of the stripes on these resistors. Okay, so you can see every color have some numbers, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. So from these colors you can identify what is the value of resistance. Okay. Another thing you have to remember or have a look on is this: these three colors are very close to each other and this one is alone, right? It's on the far right hand side. Again same with this, these three are together and these two are kind of together, right? So what actually they are showing us the different properties, this is actually showing us the value. Okay, this is showing us the value, and this is showing us the tolerance. Okay, tolerance. What is the meaning of tolerance? Actually, whenever we are not actually sure that this will give us a proper value, what is the meaning of that? See, if I'm telling you that this is a 100 ohm resistor, if I'm telling you that this is the 100 ohms, so I'm not actually guarantee it that it will be 100 ohms. Okay, so to specify more about its accuracy, we use this tolerance band. So actually this tolerance bands is shown here. Okay, so for yellow you can see it's 5%. That means अगर मैं 5% बात कर रहा हूँ, so what is the meaning of this? So if you have this resistor, its value is 100 ohm, and the tolerance is saying 5%, that what will the meaning of that? That it can be a 95%, it can be 95 ohms, right? Or it can be 105 ohms. That's it. इसका meaning यही है कि manufacturer, the person who is manufacturing this, is not telling you that this is 100 ohm. He is telling you that it can be 95 ohm or 105 ohm. It can be between 95 ohm or 105 ohms. Okay, so that is the meaning of this tolerance band. Okay, if you talk about this number, so you can see this. Where is this color? This is one. So this is the one. Okay, so there are two like this. So there will be 2%, right? So you just have to add it up. Okay. So in this way, we see and try to identify the resistance value. Okay, so demonstrate you. Let me open up the ThinkerCAD. Okay, and so I will remove this. So see, I have this resistor now. Let me zoom in, and you can see the value of this is 1 kilo ohm. Now you can see they after K there is some symbol. So actually this is the symbol of ohm. Okay, it is not available on our keyboard. Okay, but this is something like this. Okay, so this is the ohm symbol. Okay, like this. So whenever you want to write something, so you can tell somebody like this, like 100 ohms. Okay? So this is the symbol of ohms. Anyways, so you can see here, if you click on this resistor, you can change its value. So it's in kilo ohm. So actually I will go to ohm only. Okay. So now if I give it some value 500, so you can see its color are changing. Okay, you can see if I give any random number, it will change. 50, then 400, right? Then 900. You can see the colors are changing. So in this way we can define what is the value of resistance. Okay. So whenever you want to go and buy this, you don't really have to tell the shopkeeper about the color of resistance. Okay, you just have to tell them that I want 100 ohm resistor. Okay, then why we need this? We need this after the application. What is the meaning of after the application? What I'm trying to say is, suppose that your friend have made a circuit, your best friend have made a circuit and he have sent you over the mail. Okay, so आपको circuit deliver हो गया, you have seen it. Now you are saying there is some resistor. Okay, so you don't know what is the value of resistor, then you can calculate by using the color coding, right? So it is actually after the application that you can see what is being used, what is the value of that resistor. Okay, all the other ICs you may buy, there will be उसके ऊपर लिखा होता है, there will be written on it. Okay, but in the case of resistor there will be no written values. Okay, there will be only color. Alright, so I think we have talked enough. So let's have I'm trying to say is a small experiment, right? So we have a 9-volt battery, and battery. Let me connect one LED, right? So you all know how to connect LED. LED anode will be plus, right? So I will connect plus to positive and cathode to negative, right? So if I turn it on, what happens? It's blown away. I think you have saw this before also. So here it's not blowing, it's blown. Okay, You can see it is showing some arc. That means it's not working normally. It's blown away. Okay. So now see, there is some message they are trying to tell us. The software is trying to tell us that current through the LED is around 900 milliampere, while the absolute maximum is 20 milliampere. So what it's trying to say that ये जो LED है, it can withstand only 20 milliampere of current. ये बस 20 milliampere of current ही झेल सकती है. But how much we are giving? We are giving 900 milliampere. Okay, it's too much for the LED to handle, and that's why it's burned down or blown away. Okay, you can try it out on your home. Okay, if you have a LED and you can connect this to directly on battery. Which battery? 9 volt. Don't connect it to your power socket. You will get shock. Okay, connect just to your battery. So you will see. So there will be nothing like a blast or a cracker type of thing. It will just turn on and turn off. Then it will never turn on again. You can then understand that this LED is gone, right? Okay. So to now what's happening here is too much amount of current is flowing through this LED, right? बहुत ज़्यादा current इसके अंदर जा रहा है. That is why it's blown away. Now we have seen the resistor, right? So what I have told you that resistor का क्या काम होता है? ये current के flow को कम करता है. If I want to give you an analogy, just like you have a tap in your house, in your bathroom house, right? So you have a tap, okay? So तो आपके पास नल है. When you open it up, so you get water, right? So when you open it fully, जब उसे 100% open up करते हैं, so what happens? You get the full force of water. You get water at full force, but you don't need water at full force because it's irritating your hand. Then what you do? You tight it up, right? आप उसको 50% capacity पर लाते हो, 20% capacity पर लाते हो, so that water will come smoothly and slowly. Okay, and you can wash your hands properly, something like that, right? So in the same way, this is a kind of tap wall, okay, but this is a kind of fixed one. Okay, if you connect a some particular value, it will be that value only. Okay, so you can connect this to any terminal. You can connect it to positive or negative, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm connecting it to positive terminal. Okay, you can connect any side to any side. Okay, this doesn't have any plus or minus. Okay, for the sake of understanding, I will give it a red color so that you can understand this is a positive side, this is a negative side. So default value is 1 kilo ohm, that is okay. So when I start the simulation, you can see it's glowing. Okay, it's not burned down, right? So what we understood that we can see using the resistor, the value of current got reduced and this LED is getting enough current to operate, right? If I give it too much of resistance, see what happens. देखो अगर मैं बहुत ज़्यादा अगर resistance दे रहा तो क्या हो रहा है? See, now it's 0, it's nothing, so it's gone. But when I give it some value 1, then 0, okay, so 1k, then 10k, 10k means 10,000 ohms. When I increase it, you can see at certain point it get turns off. Turn off क्यों हो रहा है? ये आप इसको कंपेयर करो कि आपके नल से आपने नल को पूरा बंद ही कर दिया, so no water will come out. You have tightly closed your tap, no water is coming out of your tap. In the same way, you have tightly closed the circuit. You have used too much amount of resistance that it is not letting pass the current through it. और इस LED को कुछ भी करंट नहीं मिल रहा है, right? So you can see when I reduce it, and you can also have a look that its brightness also changing, right? Its brightness is changing depending on the value of resistance, right? Okay, so I hope you got it. It's enough to demonstrate. You can try it on any other LED or any other light. Okay, you don't really have to use LED all the time. You can use go to all, okay, and you can also use this light bulb. Okay, so this light bulb can be used. and this doesn't have any polarity issue. Okay, like in LED we have to connect anode and cathode properly. If you don't connect them properly, LED won't glow. In case of any bulb, you can connect it any way possible. Okay, it will just turn on. Okay, and bulb also doesn't need an resistor to actually work on, but you can still try to connect resistor so that you can also see effect on the bulb. So let me try to show you, by the way. Okay, so I have this. Let's disconnect, connect it here. Right, start simulation. Its value. We change it. Right, you can see it's full. Now go to ohm only. Okay, so it's 10, 100, 1000. Okay. At some point, this is also gets turned off, kind of turned off. It's turned off fully. Okay. So I hope you got it. So this is, we have this talk about the resistance. Okay. So I think we have very less time remaining. I will take your questions. Do you have any question till now? Whatever we have talked about the resistor, resistance, value of resistance. Okay. Now, if you are wondering that how to calculate a perfect value of resistance, then you can calculate using this formula. How? See, in this case, our LED needs how much current? LED needs only 20 milliampere. Okay, 20 milliampere. Voltage, how much of voltage we are giving it? Okay, we are giving it 9-volt battery connection. We want to calculate the resistance. Okay, we want to calculate resistance. How we can calculate? We can calculate like this. R equals to using this formula. So what is the value of V? V is 9. Then we will divide it by 20. Okay. So actually this 20 is milli. Milli means you have to do it like this. 20 10 to the minus 3, or it is actually 0.0020. Okay. This is the correct value. Alright, so in this way you can calculate the perfect amount of resistance required for your application. So that is why these formulas are given. Okay, so let me see how to do battery vertical. Okay, how to change direction. There is an option. See, for select any your device, okay, any component, and click here. You can change its orientation. Okay, it only moves clockwise. What did you attach LED with? Previously we attached it with Arduino. We are using a battery, 9-volt battery, nothing else. Just the battery. There is no programming in this. You can do this small experiment on your mobile phone also. There is no link. What I'm trying to say here, there is no link. Okay, you have to make your own. If I give you this link, nothing will happen. It won't even open up. Okay, if I give you this link, it won't open up. You have to make your own. Okay, Vaishnavi. Okay, and Tanvi, you have to make your own. आपको just इस website पर जाना है Thinkercad. Okay, I'm still sending you. आपके पास Facebook होगा, right? So on Facebook you cannot open up my Facebook, right? आप मेरा Facebook नहीं open कर सकते ना? In the same way, this is Thinkercad. You have to make your own ID, right? You have to make your own ID, and then only you can do your projects. Just open up the Thinkercad, you will get it. Okay. वहाँ पर आपको sign in का option मिलेगा. Just sign in using your Google account or whatever. I have sent you the website name. Okay, if you still got confused, you can see on my bar here. Okay, this is the website name. All right, just or else you can just Google Tinkercad. Google करो ना Tinkercad. This is the website. Okay, go here and do login. Nothing else. Chat box is not logged. You can chat with me privately only. Yes, if you have doubts, I will answer your all the doubts. Okay. Any other doubts anybody have about the Tinkercad or about the connection and all? All right. Again, I'm telling you that this is. Don't ask me for any link. There is no link. There is no link actually. Okay. Just you have a Facebook. अगर मैं आपके account के link अगर मैं आपको भेज दूँ, so can you open my account? No. They will ask you for password. They will ask you for credentials, or even the link will not open. The same way, this is my account. If I just copy and paste it in the chat box and you think that you can open it, that won't happen. Okay, you have to open the website, you have to log in, and then you have to work on your projects. Okay, if website is not opening, Google it. Google it on your mobile. Vaishnav is saying that the website is not opening. This is the website I'm using right now. Okay, so Google it first. Okay, any other question apart from login and sign up? Okay, so I think we are almost ran out of time for teaching. So let me just recap what we have studied. There's nothing much we have done today. We have just talked about resistance and what is the use of this, right? So only takeaway from today's lecture is how to connect the resistor and what is the use of resistor, how to calculate the value of resistor, right? What is the meaning of tolerance band? What is the meaning of this color coding, right? We are seeing a little bit of Ohm's law, which I told you that you don't really have to worry about this much. Just remember the formula V equals to IR. If I ask you in a question, what is the value of V? If I give the value of INR, you just have to multiply it and nothing else.